Today I'm going to make a telescopic pole for my GoPro camera, for my kayak, and my motorcycle. Hi, if you're new to our channel, I'm Stacy, your host of Two Chicks and a Goat. The two chicks are busy on their own adventure. Actually, I think they're out in the pool while I'm stuck in here in the garage making a video. Typical on a nice sunny day. I'm going to make these products into a telescopic pole for my kayak, and I'm also going to experiment and see if I can get it mounted onto the motorcycle. Stay tuned and I'll show you how we do that. Now I'm just going to show you how to build this. A few different versions are online. I'm going to put this one together and see if I can sort of rig it up so it works on the kayak and the motorcycle. Here we go. Okay. First of all, I'll let you go over what I need. Like I said, it's in the description below. So you're going to need two Scotty ends. You're going to need the Scotty lock mount. I want to use the lock mount because on the motorcycle, I don't want it to fly off. Also on the kayak, if you bump it or in waves and stuffing, you know, it's a lot of equipment. I just don't want it to fall off into you know, the river or wherever I'm at. Using a bracket plate on the bottom of the mount, as if you can see that, right? Bottom of the mount, one is to give it a little bit more stability. And also I'm going to use this, and I'll show you later, on the back of the motorcycle to mount all of this. Got a slip disc. This will allow these two pieces to slide a lot easier. I might end up taking this out for the use on the motorcycle and only use this part on the kayak, but I'm going to do some experiments as I go. For on the top of the telescope, I'm going to use this mount, an aluminum one, so I just want it a little bit stronger for the GoPro. And then I bought this universal little mount for a tripod with the ball mount. Just cut down on cost of it. There's only like, I think, $9 online, but this will be able to give me different angles as I go. I've got the little bolts. I'm going to end up cutting one of these and putting it at the end so these two mounts can actually hook on. I could not find a standard flush hex mount, so I'm going to go with one of these and I'll just chop the end off with my grinder. So that's the products that we have, and I got a little bit of JB weld that we're going to use to actually mount some of this on. I've actually had this for years, so I'm just going to config this guy up and make him into my new mount. So let's put all this aside and we'll get going. Okay. First, we're going to end up doing is taking this end off here, which is just these screws. So let me grab my screwdriver. Just pops out. We won't be needing this piece anymore. And keep this, we could use this for actually a different kind of mount. So our Scotty should fit right into here. So I'm just going to open up one of those. It's almost as if it was made for it. And you notice now that the telescope won't close 100%, so we're gonna have a little bit longer distance. My main goal at the end of this is hopefully this will actually still fit inside my saddlebags, so that way I can take it with me on rides, take it out when I need it, and do get the shots that I want. So I'll secure this, and I'll be right back. Okay, let me get the rest of these in. Okay, now that we have this nice and secure, it's not going to go anywhere. We're going to mount the attachments all together. As you can see, they have their own grooved teeth in here. So this is what I'm going to probably end up using on the motorcycle because it won't go anywhere. But for right now, I'm going to end up putting these discs in. So that way it's easier to slide. This will probably end up using on the kayak, but I'll end up taking this out on the motorcycle. But I'm going to test both because maybe I can just leave this in and won't have an issue. So here, let's get this assembled. So now it's just snug and can turn nice and easy, or I can tighten up, and it's actually quite firm, so I actually think that will still work on the motorcycle. Okay, our next challenge. Let's get this set up so we can actually mount our camera gear on the end of our tripod. So we're going to pull this little guy out here. Let me get my tools. I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. Simple as that. Now we'll see about getting the proper end put into here so we can mount our tripod. Okay. So we have our bolt. These go into the mount like so. So I'm going to end up cutting the head off so we can end up putting it in there. So this will be nice and flush with that. And then we'll have our end for our GoPro. So let me get this guy off first. And then we'll mount it in there with some JB Weld. Vroom, vroom. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, so I've got it nice and cut. So we'll mount it in here. Let me just get rid of this guy. Okay, so he fits right in, and I can get about 2 turns out of him. So he locks in a little bit. So what we're going to end up doing is putting JB Weld in there so it'll hold nice and tight. So let's try that out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't need too much of this. Okay. Okay, while we're letting this dry, I'm just going to go over what I'm going to do and how I'm going to install this on the motorcycle and also the installation on the back of my kayak. So you've got your main mount, locking mount, and then the bracket for below, and then your main bolts to put this in. So I'm going to mount this on the motorcycle first so we can see what it looks like, and then we will mount it on the kayak. Kayak, we're going to have to need our drill so we can drill some holes through the bottom of it. So let's go over to the motorcycle and get this mounted up. Perfectly back here, and I can unlock it and lock it easily. So what I'm going to end up doing, and it won't slide forward, yeah, it might go about right there before the bump. So if I get into here, it's right at the back of the bike, give me some good swing in and out. So I think I'm going to try that. So we have our mount bracket down on the bottom. Let's see where we can fit this in nice and easy. So we'll hand thread these guys in first. Okay, I'm going to get my drill and put these in. My goal is that this is going to compress enough that it's going to hold this nice and tight and spot. But right now it's already seeming like it's going to slide on me. So I'm going to tighten these up and see what it looks like. If not, I'm going to mount it over here because in here this pin is nice and snug. So let's see. Okay. Got my spots mounts are marked. Clean that all up. Get the nuts in there. Let me get this opened up so we can actually get this put together. Shaking. Wasn't an earthquake. It was strictly me moving crap around. Now that moved in a lot. So let me refigure this out here. Okay. We're going to get these guys in. Okay. Not mounting where I want it to. There we go. Okay, so we got her mounted up here. I said I'm missing this bolt, so I'm going to go to Canadian Tire or Home Hardware and see if I can find one. So she goes in there, lock her in, and then I can adjust my tower. So, tighten these up a little bit, but I think she'll be ready to go. Test went well. Like the results. See you on the road.